Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tiffany and I make content on intentional living, and in today's video we are going to be focusing on cooking and the budget. So when I went shopping, actually yesterday I found this chicken on sale for $2.50 for this whole pack. There are 18 in here. It's actually normally a pretty good price. I don't actually cook with drumsticks normally, but this whole thing is normally $5, so I did get it half off. And just because it was half off, I thought it was a good opportunity for me to grab it and try to cook with it. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to treat it like oversized wings. I'm going to reverse sear it and toss it in a lemon, pepper, garlic, butter kind of sauce, and then bake it. So that's what we're going to be doing with this. I picked up some broccoli, and you guys already know from my previous recipe that I like rice-a-roni. So the whole total of this, by the time you divide $2.50 into 18, this is going to be about 30 cents per plate. So I'm thinking about going to add 2 drumsticks on a plate. Obviously, if you were going to have 2 people or more, you would just add it up. But as of right now, for 1 serving for a plate, 2 drumsticks, some broccoli, and rice, we're looking at about $1 per plate. This is operating under the assumption that you have some seasoning, butter, and some olive oil for the reverse sear. Obviously, you don't really have to do that. You can use a non-stick pan or try to use some butter before it burns. But those are things I already had on hand. I've had the lemon pepper forever. I buy all my butter on sale. I stock up, and then when it goes on a good sale. So by the time I calculate the small amount that I need, it's pretty nominal. And the olive oil, I also get that on sale. The whole thing was $9. So by the time I put a little bit in the pan for the reverse sear or drizzle a little bit over the broccoli, it's really just a small amount in terms of the budget. I guess if you wanted to try to budget those things, I wouldn't even put it at $1.50, but you could round it up to $1.50 if you wanted to include those things for the plate. But otherwise, with those things being on hand, this is going to be a $1 plate. So let's go ahead and get into it and see how everything turns out. This is going to be my first time cooking it, so hopefully you guys see this video and it turned out good. But let's get into it. First thing I'm going to do is set the oven to 350. I use everything at 350. It doesn't matter what the box says, so that's what we're going to do first. I'm going to try this new filming style, so we'll see how it works out. You guys have seen me cook rice-a-roni already, so I'm not going to get into that too much. But I am going to get it cooking on the oven. So that is going while I am prepping the chicken. I'm going to add some butter. I really should do this first. I always forget. And again, I get that rice-a-roni on sale for $1. I always wait for it to go on the 10 for 10 deal before I stock up on it. And you could drive the cost. Obviously, the rice-a-roni is driving up the cost quite a bit. I get my 2 or 3 pound bag of long grain for $1.77 at Walmart. So a small portion of rice, especially if you're just cooking for yourself, you could get that to be just, I don't know, 10-20 cents, I would imagine. If you're okay with plain rice. But I'm going to eat this, so I really want the rice-a-roni. And a lot of times also with my plain rice, I will add a chicken stock, so that will drive up the cost as well. And I already have the rice-a-roni. I buy it on sale. And I still think $1 for a meal is an incredible price. A lot of my meals tend to average about $5 or $6, I guess. I've gotten pretty good. I'm stocking up on meats. I got a bunch of salmon on sale where it was $5 for the pound, so that's $2.50 a serving. So that's a pretty good deal. But in general, about $5 or $6 for my meals. So I'm gonna pop the chicken open and angle this down a little bit more. You won't be able to see me as much, but you'll be able to see what I'm doing. Eventually I'll learn how to film myself cooking. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of oil can see why it was like kind of hard to calculate, because I'm not really, I mean, that was barely anything. I've cooked with this several times, and you can see it's still at the top. So I don't really drench my stuff in oil, so the cost for me really isn't crazy. And then I'm just gonna spread it around a little bit. And I'm a big fan of reverse searing because I like everything to have a little bit of crisp on it. A little bit of Maillard just makes me really happy. That's looking good. Let me get some water for that. This will be interesting too to see how long it takes me to cook this stuff. So I'm gonna put a lid on this, and I'm actually going to move it to the back burner for simmer. And in this one, I'm gonna turn this down to like a 3 because it's a large burner with a small pan. This is my first time cooking this. I'm kind of making things up as I go. So I'm gonna use a pretty liberal amount of butter. The last thing I want is to not have enough, and then go from there. So we're gonna start melting some butter, and then I have my Great Value minced garlic. I've been using this forever too, so again, the cost is just so small. And it doesn't even expire until 2028, so it's definitely so good. So I'm gonna put some butter and garlic in the saute pan like that. And I'm going to let that brown and do its thing. Now my oil should be pretty hot here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab 2 chickens and lay it down. This in the fridge to get out of the way for now. Alright, my chicken is searing, my butter is still melting. Alright, now while that's going, I will go ahead and switch these so you get a little bit better view. So I'm just melting the garlic and the butter here. And then I'm going to add lemon pepper. Now I decanted these into seasoning, but this is just a Great Value lemon pepper. So you can see, I think it looks yummy. Just gonna literally add that in there. Good. I'm just gonna rotate the chicken now. So you can see it's getting that nice browning on there. Alright, so we got our sauce done to add over the top of the chicken. So this is like a lemon, pepper, buttery garlic drizzle that I'll put over it just to add some flavor while I'm baking. Probably if I was to do it again, I would sear the minced garlic before adding the butter. I kind of forgot that because I was filming, but the garlic will still roast in the oven, so I think it'll still turn out good. I'm going to rotate this probably 2 more times before I put it in the oven, just so I get all 4 sides. And I will go ahead and prep my broccoli. So I basically like the trees of it, so I just go through and break it off. I've been shopping between Kroger and Walmart, you guys, and I feel like Walmart's broccoli just looks different. I don't know. There's something about the leaves and everything is just different to me. Just, you know, like that. They're obviously probably from different farms, but I had to actually go into Walmart, so I just decided to do all my groceries there. Normally I try to get my grocery or my produce at Kroger or Smith's. We'll rotate this one more time. So you can see I still have a substantial amount of broccoli left, so I don't know if it's overestimating it, where I said I was using 50 cents, but I won't get too technical. So let me go ahead and put that away. I'm going to drizzle some olive oil. I don't want too much because I do want some crisping on the broccoli. Over here, look at my pepper and just put it up here. So I'm going to put a little bit of pepper. And a little bit of salt. And that's how we're looking for broccoli. We'll go ahead and put that in the oven, and I do like to see some crispies on my broccoli. I'm reverse searing my chicken now, and you can see it has a nice golden crust to it. Oh. So the skin is looking really nice, and I think I am, for the sake of not using extra dishes, I'm just going to bake it in the saucepan. I have removable handles on mine, and they are ceramic. So I can do that. I'm just going to cover my chicken in the butter and the flavor. Alright, so this is how it's looking after I tossed it in the sauce and I pan seared it. So we're going to go ahead and bake it in the oven for probably 15 or 20 minutes and see how pink it's looking, and then go from there. Okay, I put it in there for about 20 minutes, so let's see what's going on in there. The butter is definitely well done, but the broccoli is definitely roasted. The chicken looks really good. Okay, I cut it open just to check the temperature, and it looks okay, but I think I'm just going to cook it a little bit longer. It looks really juicy, but I think I'm going to clear out the butter and put it in a new pan and then finish cooking it and go from there. Okay, I switched it to a pan so the butter doesn't keep burning, and then I think I want a little bit of pepper, that's just a me thing. And I'm going to go ahead and put it back in the oven. I think I'm going to do another 10 minutes and then see how we look. Okay, let's see how we're looking this time. Yeah, that's definitely looking really good. Alright, our rice and broccoli and chicken is done, so let's go ahead and move to plating. Okay, and I just wanted to quickly show you guys how much rice I have left. I definitely feel like I can make 2 more plates out of that, but I'll let you guys be the judge, and I'll keep my dish saying that it's $1. And here's the final result. The rice turned out super fluffy. If you guys haven't tried roasted broccoli, it's so good. This one here, you can see like the brown on it a little bit better, but all of that has a really good flavor to it. And the salt, pepper, and oil, just, I love it. Roasted broccoli is the best. If you guys are used to steaming, I would definitely try roasting it in the oven. And here we are with the chicken. You can see where I cut it, still super juicy. And this is my $1 chicken plate. And because this is my first recipe, or not my first recipe, but my first time cooking this chicken, I'm gonna go ahead and take a bite and let you guys know what I think. Previously, I've made all those dishes before, so I could speak for certain that I liked it. It was something worth trying. But let's go ahead and see how this one tastes. Let's go ahead and give it a try and see if I like this recipe. I already know if I was cooking, well, I might use the same amount of butter because I was only cooking 2 this time, and next time I'd obviously be cooking for my husband too. But I would probably use less garlic, a little less butter, and then I would probably roast the garlic in the pan before adding the butter. I kind of just got frazzled with filming and didn't do that. But it looks like the garlic still roasted a little bit in the oven. I'm definitely glad I reverse seared it though, because I can definitely see a little extra crisping from the oven. So that has some really good payoff. Smells really good. Wait. No, wait, I actually love it. What the heck? Maybe I've just been too used to eating chicken breast. It was so good. The skin turned out really nice. It's juicy. The lemon pepper isn't as common as I thought it was going to be. I'm definitely glad I added a little extra pepper. I think it would be good if I got a pepper grinder and had like the cracked pepper on it, because I just have the fine pepper. Cracked pepper would be really good with this though. I already know the broccoli's gonna. I could roast the broccoli the whole time. Actually, you guys, I was just kind of making stuff up, making a $1 chicken video, but that was actually really good. And I'm really happy because we've been eating chicken breasts since I started meal prepping and cooking just more in general. Since I had my son last year, he's 9 months now. And I've been thinking about making like a whole chicken, like my own rotisserie chicken. Even though, by the way, the pricing of the Costco one is better than just buying an uncooked, unseasoned one. So I'm low-key thinking about a Costco membership. But honestly, with this chicken, 2 pieces being 30 cents, this is probably going to be on the menu once a week. For a $1 meal. And I feel like I can definitely play around with it too. Like, one week I can do like a barbecue chicken for my husband, and another one I can do like a buffalo chicken. Like, I can just treat them like giant wings and do different wing flavors. And you can get like the Buffalo Wild Wing sauces and toss it in that as well. So I definitely think there's a lot of things that I can play around with. I probably won't revisit that for my long form content. Or maybe I'll make a video of like a bunch of different flavors and I'll just use the whole pack making a bunch of different flavors. But otherwise, that will probably show up in my short form content. So definitely subscribe. I've been trying to do short form almost every day. And thank you, Dan, for following along on my intentional living journey. And I hope I inspired you with a recipe today that you can do and cook at home. And hopefully it'll be about $1 for you as well. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
I was just a kid when I met you, honey, working on my daydreams, down bed wishing you'd come and save me. If only I'd have a time machine back then, I'd see us dancing in your kitchen light. No one thought we could ever make it. Didn't know time could move so fast. 10 years later and I'm still your baby. Hold tight, 'cause I know that we're changing, but I will be forever young in your arms. Tell the story about you and me, of how I loved you, gon' love you like summer 15. Hold tight, 'cause I know that we're changing, but I will be forever young in your arms. Tell the story about you and me, of how I loved you, gon' love you like summer 15. We were always living for the weekend, painting pictures, you and me. Late night drives, music loud, hearts were speaking. Close my eyes and I was dreaming. Hold tight, 'cause I know that we're changing, but I will be forever young in your arms. Tell the story about you and me, of how I loved you, gon' love you like summer 15. Hold tight, 'cause I know that we're changing, but I will be forever young in your arms. Tell the story about you and me, of how I loved you, gon' love you like summer 15. Can't see myself without you now, it's overdue. We try to go our separate ways, but I come back, it's true. Maybe we're both missing out on life, playing by the rules. What if I'm changing for the better because of you? Hold tight, 'cause I know that we're changing. Hold tight, 'cause I